Someone wept where your name still lives. You moved on, they're still breaking. They begged the sky to forget you. It didn't. Your silence bruised a heart that still loves you. They cried where you said forever. You healed. They're still bleeding beautifully. This person cried for what you promised and never became. You let go. They hold on like it's sacred. They whispered your name to the stars tonight. Their tears still kiss your ghost. You vanished. Their soul didn't get the memo. They replayed your goodbye like a prayer. Their heart still writes you poems in silence. You were their peace. Now you haunt it. Your love left fingerprints on their grief. They stayed soft where you went silent. Their tears know the shape of your name. You became the ache they can't explain. You outgrew them. They still shrink into memories. This person cried for who you could have been. They miss the version of you that loved them. Their tears bloom in the garden you left. You were their angel. You flew too soon. Every tear spells your name backwards. You were loud with love, then gone with silence. Their soul broke where your love ended. They forgave you before the pain arrived. This person cried in a room full of your memories. You were there forever. You became a wound. You walked away. They stayed to ache. They didn't want to heal. They wanted you. You let go. They shattered in slow motion. This person still carries the version of you who cared. You kissed their heart, then left it sobbing. They cried in places you promised forever. You were their calm. Now you're the storm. This person cried for what you never said. You left gently. The pain didn't. They still keep space for you in their prayers. You forgot them, the universe didn't. Your name still echoes in their silence. They weep like love owes them an answer. You were the moon. They still orbit pain. They loved you enough to break beautifully. Their tears speak louder than your closure. You left. Their heart stayed loyal. This person cried to a God you stopped believing in. They miss you like time owes them a refund. Your goodbye still bruises their mornings. You were their miracle. You turned myth. Their love didn't end. You just stopped watering it. They cried for the version of you that stayed. You loved loudly, then disappeared like a whisper. Their pain prays your name every night. You burned bridges they're still standing on. Their tears tasted like your promises. You outgrew the love that grew them. This person cried in the same spot you kissed them. You were their universe. Now you're a black hole. They miss who you were before you changed. You healed by forgetting. They broke by remembering. They cried because their love was louder than your silence. You were their home. Now they live in ruins. They cried for the warmth your goodbye stole. Your absence echoes louder than your love did. This person wept for the love you abandoned. You ended things. They relive them. Their tears fall in places only you would understand. You were divine. Then you disappeared. You taught them to trust, then vanished. This person cries in verses you left behind. You were the storm that felt like shelter. They still believe in the version of you that loved. You left. Their soul still waits barefoot. This person broke in all the places you touched. You kissed them like forever, then became a ghost. They held on until the silence hurt more than you. Your goodbye made them believe in soul death. This person still whispers, "Come back," to the wind. You were their healer, now their heartbreak. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. They cried in a dream where you said you still loved them. Your name still breaks them in half. You gave peace, then made them crave chaos. Their tears still worship your memory. You left when they needed you the most. You were real, then you became regret. Their heart still wears your goodbye like a scar. You vanished. The ache didn't. This person cries every time someone says your name. You promised forever, then rewrote the ending. You were everything, then not even a message. They forgave what still haunts them. You let them love you until they collapsed. Their pain still sings your lullaby. You left. They still send love notes into the void. You were heaven. Then you made them believe in hell. This person sobbed because love shouldn't feel like betrayal. You were a miracle until you weren't. Their tears bloom where you once said always. They cried for the love story you erased.